Hello, everyone. In case you haven't noticed, I haven't done one of these devotions for the last couple times, and actually, I think 3 out of the last 4 I've missed. But the reason for that is that we've been in the process of moving. Karen and I are moving to a new house. The church has bought a new parsonage, and so we're moving from the old parsonage to the new parsonage. And it takes some time to do that. And we are really excited about it. The parsonage is right next door, and it's a nice house, and it's got plenty of room, especially when our kids and our grandkids come, which, by the way, we have a new granddaughter. We're excited about that. Her name is Rosalie Rye, and we are excited to have her. But when they all come this year for Christmas, we were going to need some more room, and this parsonage enables us to have that. But in order for us to move, we needed to do a few things. We wanted to do some painting in the new parsonage to better resemble our personalities. And then also the bathroom on the main floor needed some work done so that we could use it and wouldn't have to go up and down steps all the time. And so the church graciously remodeled the bathroom. And so we had to wait for that all to be done. And so while they were preparing that, we were trying to prepare to get ready to move. And so it's been pretty crazy the last few weeks. But one thing I got to thinking about, and that is with the idea of preparing. And it reminds me of what Jesus said in John chapter 14. He said right before he was to be crucified, he told his disciples that he was going to prepare a place for them and us. Prepare a place for his disciples, for those who are his followers. And after looking at all the things that need to be done to prepare the new parsonage, I got to thinking, man, what is God doing? What is Jesus doing to prepare for us? What kind of a place is he preparing? Now, we get some idea from some of the things that we read in Revelation about the jewels on the foundation and the walls and all the things, the streets of gold and so on. But it's going to be a fantastic place. And it's amazing what God is doing. And he's preparing it for us to be ready to move into, so that when we come, it'll be ready. And that's whether we go there first through dying, or if we're still alive and Jesus comes to take us home. But he's preparing a place for us. And I'm excited about that. As they were preparing the parsonage, at first I wasn't so sure about it, but the more and closer we got to it, the more and more excited Karen and I both became. And same way with, I think, with our heavenly home as well. I think as I get older, the more and more excited I get to be able to go there. But also, something else I noticed as we were moving is that we'd lived in that other parsonage for 26 years. And over the course of 26 years and several children, watching our children grow up there and so forth, the 3 of them, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in our basement, a lot of stuff in closets, stuff everywhere. And what we found out is that we needed to get rid of a lot of things. There are a lot of things that we just held on to. Things that didn't matter, things that weren't really that important, but for some reason we just held on to them. And so we had to get rid of them. And I'm sure the trash man wasn't too excited with us each Thursday, because we'd have several bags of garbage and several trash cans full of stuff. And I'm sure he didn't like that too well. But we needed to get rid of it. It wasn't doing us any good. And it's interesting. Scripture tells us in the New Testament several times, it tells us to rid ourselves of certain things. It says to rid ourselves of malice, to rid ourselves of rage, of anger. It says to rid ourselves of filthy talk, of filthy morals. It says to rid ourselves of hypocrisy and envy and several other things. It says that we need to get rid of from our life. There are things that we don't need, things that aren't beneficial to us, things that aren't good for us to hang on to. And so we need to rid ourselves of those things. I know it was kind of hard for us sometimes. There are some things we go look at and we think, but our kids use this for this, or there was some other reason we thought that we needed it. And sometimes some of those things that we hold on to, those things that we really need to rid ourselves of, we do the same thing. We hold on to them because we think we need them, or that they're a part of us. But God tells us to get rid of them because He knows what's right and what's best. And actually, as we started throwing things away, I started feeling a whole lot better because there wasn't so much clutter, so much stuff that just didn't need to be had. And so that's where we've been for the last couple weeks, really working on getting that done. And we're still at work in the new house. Got a lot of boxes yet to unpack, and but we're getting there, slowly getting there, and it's starting to feel more and more like home. There's an old song that says, "This world's not my home, I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore." You know, we have a heavenly home. It's being prepared for us, but we need to start getting ready to go, to get rid of those things that aren't useful to us. It's been good to be back with you all again today. We are having worship services again, in-person worship services here at Brooksville Christian Church. We're doing it outside, and this Sunday sounds like it's going to be a really great day. And so I encourage you to come if you can, but if you don't feel comfortable, or if you're not feeling well, or you're one of those high risk categories, we encourage you to stay home, and we will be doing our online worship services as well. But if you want to come, we'd love to see you. We're practicing social distancing, so we'll stay 6 feet away, and we're doing other precautions as well. But if you'd like to come, we'd love to have you. So until we meet again, may God bless you.